Hello everyone, and welcome to this exciting post-commentary edition of my Let's Play Wall Arms. Unfortunately, last time I was recording 30 minutes of video, and my recording program for my voice crashed, and so I have to redo this all again. So excuse me if it's not as exciting. Okay, so you may be wondering last video why I was throwing a chicken at the save point the entire time, and that's because sometimes when you throw the chicken at the save point, a certain angle, also might be a certain chicken, it turns into an item for no apparent reason. And as you can see, I got a light shroom, which cures the status. I think it's paralyzed or something. But anyway, decided to go around and talk to the townsfolk, search some barrels. Might speed up this part, we'll see. Talking to townsfolk, give you some idea of the setting. Anyway. Apples. Apples are an item that, when you use them on your character, increases the stat relevant to whatever apple it was by 1 point permanently. And, those are pretty awesome to find. So let's see. As you can see, uses it, increases strength by 1. And there's a bug, actually, that a lot of players like to abuse, where you can duplicate items, and I'm not going to be using them on the apples. I will be using them at some point later. And, yeah, oops. Talking through that commentary, I don't need to sleep. I don't have any damage, but, yes, I'll be using that item duplication bug on another item, just to be more convenient, but not on the apples. I don't want to really just make all the battles dumb. I guess it wouldn't really matter. Bombs! Bombs are Rudy's first tool. Destroy objects. You have an infinite number of them. Magical, even, so he says. Buried cave to the south. You can guess a lot of certain healing items could possibly be found there. Shove you out of the way, going up the stairs. Wouldn't he fall down? Considering you're on the higher ground, he'd, like, bounce off you and go. Maybe not. Full of monsters. Talk to the townsfolk, but keep it quiet. Awesome. Anyway. Those meddling kids. And I'm probably gonna fast forward this part. Gela. Sweet. And you can see the little NPC right there. I very much neglect to talk to him, the one in behind the stand. He sells you stuff. Visitors are always welcome here. Oh, you don't have parents. Protagonists never have living parents. Can I derp around? There's no item in those barrels. I don't seem to know this. Later on, you can get an item called the radar, which will reveal all hidden items on the map, or the location of all items on the map by a little ping. And, it makes this part much less tedious. I'll just probably cut this out later. We'll see. I said that last time. Calamity Jane. Yep, you meet her later. Probably very mutable. Maybe not. Probably. And you can't take chickens out of buildings. Yeah, don't ask me why. There's a chicken in a building, and you can't take the chicken out of the building. It doesn't make too much sense to me. It's time to go to that cave. Let's go find it. World map. Zooms in to get your points of interest. Luckily I don't get any random encounters, not that it matters, everything's about the same. Bats bring danger. kind of natural behavioral creatures, right? Anyway. Rudy doesn't have the physical attack strength of Jack. He's kind of a bit slower, quite a bit slower even. And he has a bit more defensive power. If you notice, Jack took like 5 damage from those balloons, and Rudy takes 3. So yeah, Rudy's more defensive, has a bit more average attack power, and he's slower. But his special attacks are actually kind of a bit more powerful, but they don't take MP. Anyway, switch puzzle. A duck quacking for some reason. Ducks in boxes. Another issue I've been having is I keep running into fraps occasionally. Do not destroy this sign! Danger ahead, leave now! Can't walk past it. Apparently I bombed incorrectly too. Anyway, fraps occasionally will slow down my recordings for some reason. I'm not sure why. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. And it'll slow it to the 30 FPS and slow the whole game down completely, but I'm trying to work that out still. And right there, video cut for a second. I don't know, we'll see if that comes into play. Here we go. I'm gonna use my ability. He has a hand cannon, which 10 attack power, 80% hit. It has a chance to miss, that does suck. You can upgrade them later. But, anyway, his special ability... Sweet. Attack and counterattack. His special ability is called Arms Lock On. It, makes the next attack of whatever arm he uses that turn 100% accurate, which is great, because, you can only upgrade an arm so many times. So the hand cannon, it's pretty basic. Yeah, that one you will upgrade accuracy on. Switch. Other later ones, it's much better to just boost their attack power and only use them when you want to use Arms Lock On. More balloons. And you cannot unupgrade an arm either. That is another annoying feature. Not annoying, but it just means you gotta pick and choose. And Rudy basically has those in place of magic or spells or other character abilities. Yeah, since there was that box in front of it, needed to move it twice to get it out of the way. Footsteps may wake bats. Take it slow and easy. Basically, if you run, you'll get into a fight with bats. Yeah, I figure whatever, don't need to bother with it. If you run there, you get into a fight. So here I figure, rather than taking a little bit more damage, I might as well just hand cannon him. Because if I don't kill him in 2 hits, which I'm pretty sure I do, but even if I don't, whatever, I'll show off the ability. It's locked on. It's like kind of a grenade launcher thing. It's quite a bit of damage, as you can tell. And that's even unupgraded. So I should probably heal him. Is that Light Shroom? Cures... Flash. Flash, I think, is reduced accuracy, but it might be paralysis. This game was not all that well translated. There's a few points in the game where you're like, this word clearly was supposed to be that word. Anyway, holy symbols. Cure the curse by the bats. It's just another status effect, and I don't have any idea what status that is off the top of my head, or what it does rather. But luckily we're not cursed, so we're all good. Goblin, new, not really all that different. My friend mentioned that the balloons really... they're blobs of faces surrounded by floating tendrils and all sorts of nasty shit. And who the hell thought this would be a great enemy? Floating blob of faces, tendrils. Usually it's like giant vermin and stuff, right? Well, I mean, you fought giant lizards, but it's still a little weird. Luckily, they aren't too strong. And counterattack. Finish that clear. See? Giant faces. Rudy levels up. Awesome. Took a long time. Another issue is that the very end of my last video got cut off, but basically all I'm doing is starting up Cecilia's, the last character's scenario. So I'll probably just record the intro of that and go back to my save game. Let's do a little video cut and pasting. Let this be less true. That's what I'd say. Figure out how to cut and paste video and do effects and fast forwards and all that fun stuff. That way's blocked off. I'm dumb. I could have blown that up. I'm gonna go back there. Or will I? We'll see. I forgot what was in there. Look it up in an FAQ. Is it something important? Go. If not, that's not. That wall was blow-upable, I think. Anyway. Awesome, a switch puzzle. Now, it wasn't that hard. Yeah. One moves one statue, one moves the other. Bullet clip. Arms have limited ammo. You can go to an NPC to restore them, use bullet clips while you're in the field or in a battle. And let's save. This is where I use the folly of having only one save point. Or save slot, even, because, you know, if I had only made multiple saves, this whole lost all your commentary and lost end of the video thing would have been much less annoying. Saved me a lot of time. But yes, you see the wall right there? Looks kind of like that wall back there where I was like, derp, I could have blown that up. Didn't realize it until now. Wonder what I missed. And hey, look, a chest. Bandana. Bandanas do not go in your left hand. They go on your head. I do not have any left-hand items. Strength, vitality. He doesn't have any sorcery or resistance. I don't remember what resistance is. Doesn't cast magic. It's pretty good defense, as you can tell. Pretty good attack power. Magic resistance to PRI, I think it's parry. And luck, it kind of just does random stuff like status, and it fluctuates, and I don't really remember why. And we got the berries. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Crack. And an earthquake rocks the land. This is your preview of the overworld map. Rumble. I don't think this game supported Rumble. But if it did, I imagine your controller would be rumbling right there. And then this guy. Woof woof. I imagine that being like a wave of like, oh shit, something's there.